It was huge. Just because we've been talking about this the last game in the tag, and a lot of great players, Peggy, Arminti, Jennifer, a lot of great players came through blood, sweat, tears in this Coliseum. And the last they won a championship. What was it, Vandy? They beat Vandy, and so we beat Vandy. So this is a great way to start SEC play.
Do you have any input on the final play call?
I made the last game I made a half court shot. Before practice we always do half court shots. And shooting around I made a half court shot. Today shooting around I made a half court shot. So he originally said, Eric, you just made 2 half court shots. Shoot a half court shot. But then once I seen it was in man, he said just take it on the run. You got 3 seconds, which I'm like, it's easy to get to the rim for me. And that's what I did, and I had to do what I had to do for my team.
What did y'all find or figure out in that kind of those last 5 minutes of the game? Get it tied and
then toughness. We knew we wanted to win. We don't want to go in 0-1. We wanted to go in 1-0, and we all came together as a team. Toughness. We didn't care about being tired. I'm cramping, but I didn't care. It's a team thing, and that's what we did.
Did you feel? I think it was 3 Norman on you as you were going down the left lane for the rim.
First, I was scared because I was going left, but I just knew that it was 3.4. I knew my team needed me, so I did what I had to do.
And Shaquilla Joseph, she was part of you and her were part of that big 12-2 run to close the gap.
Mm-hmm.
How big was her impact?
If it wasn't for her with those 2 free throws, we wouldn't be in, what was it? And I encouraged Shaq. Shaq encouraged me, and that's just what we do as a team. We encourage each other. I knew she was going to knock it down. And even though I missed the layup, Erica, who cares? Let's go. Let's get it back. And so we're just encouraging things positive.
You were going in for the layup. I saw the replay. It almost looked like you released it before you left the ground. Can you talk about what you remember from going in and seeing 22 kind of slide?
I don't remember. I don't remember nothing. The only thing I knew was to drive the ball and score. I didn't even know I got fouled. Honestly and truly, I didn't know I made it. I didn't know I got fouled. I just knew I was Erica Sears drive to the goal and try to make a layup, and that's what I did.
When did you realize that it went in?
When I seen the crowd jump up and I seen everybody running to me, that's when I knew.
You were dribbling with your left hand. Did you shoot it with your right?
Shot with my right. Don't tell nobody.
how many games did you go to while you were in Oxford growing up?
A lot. Starting high school, I loved Arminti Price. And I just grew up watching Arminti and wanted to be like Arminti. She was my role model. And so ever since I knew she was playing, I've been coming to the game watching.
Does this game mean a little bit more just to you?
It means a lot. It means a lot. Coming from Oxford, Mississippi, and then playing, you know what I'm saying, coming to the Coliseum, watching teams, and then I'm here to end the last game in the Coliseum.
I know it's the first game of the SEC play, but do you feel like this win and how y'all won it kind of maybe a turning point for the rest?
It's a definite turning point, and we just want to get better every single day and get ready for the next games. Sir?
Did you hug Arminti too, going up into the stands?
Oh, no, I didn't get a chance to go to Arminti, but I'm going to it. Trust me.
How many people do you think you hugged?
Well, I mean, my church was there, so it's like over 100, and then the fans, I can't keep count. I don't know.
And it looked like you kind of had to sit down for a second, and then you were stomping.
I was cramping. Cramps. That's it.
You'll take it, though, right?
I'll take it.
What a great win, not only for our basketball team, but for our program as a whole. Ole Miss women's basketball has had a standard for many years, and this building has been a major part of that. And, we got a little sidetracked there for a couple years, but over the last 2.5 here, we've built that back up, and the tradition is coming back each and every day. And I'm just real happy to get this win, first of all, for our players, how hard they work and put in each and every day. And they put up with me from time to time because I'm pushing them, because I believe so much in them. But just the work ethic that they had this week and putting in a game plan and getting ready. And we just shut Vanderbilt down, a very good team, a team that wants to work in their comfort zone. And we did a great job of taking them outside of that comfort zone, outside of the first 5 or 6 minutes in the game. And I think a little bit of that was nerves. But just an unbelievable win, and I'm proud of our players, but I'm also proud of our alumni. We had several people back tonight. When I walk off the court and Peggy Gillum is crying, that's pretty special. That's pretty special because she's meant so much, not only to Ole Miss women's basketball, but to the game of basketball. And when you see her emotional because of a win that a team that you're coaching had, that about teared me up too. So, but just real proud. Shaquilla Joseph made 2 huge threes. Erica Sis just as tired as she was, played 37 minutes having to guard the ball did an unbelievable job. Sandrika Sessom didn't have one of her better nights, but just kept battling. Everybody that played, Bretta Hart kept us in it in the first half. When we had nothing going, Bretta Hart just kept going. And Vanderbilt's a good team. They're 11-2. They were 11-2 coming in, 11-3. They're 11-3 for a reason. They're a very good basketball team. They're experienced. And that's something that worries me when we get in games because we are youthful. But I told the girls, the youth is done. We've got to be older than our age now. And they showed that tonight by just kept battling, and it's found a way. And we found a way because we guarded. And we sat up in here. You guys were up in here with me for the first 3 or 4 games where I was just up here ready to bang my head against the table because we didn't guard. We guarded tonight. We shut them out, and that's what it's about. Yes, people ask me, what did you say at halftime to get them to come out? I said, I just went in there and people that came in the locker room after the game saw it. I wrote toughness on the board. And I just talked to them about what toughness is and what toughness is in this league. And offensive rebound is toughness. Defensive intensity is toughness. Taking charges is toughness. Making open jump shot is toughness. Getting through screens is toughness. Getting around in the post is toughness. Denying passing lanes. We talked about all those stuff, all that kind of stuff. And just said, we're not doing that. We didn't do that in the first half. And that's what we do. And so I just reminding them of their fundamentals and what it was about. And in every huddle, I would remind them if we had a lack of toughness play, I'd remind them of it. Hey, look, this is what that was. And so we just kept reminding them. But if the last 5 minutes was a team that was just determined that says they're not going to lose. Erica Siska's a winner. She's won everywhere she's ever been. She's won in high school. She won at Murray State. She's won here. Erica Sisk makes winning plays. And the last play was kind of supposed to be Shaq screening across and letting Erica trying to catch it on the run. When they backed up, I said, this is going to be interesting. She's going to get a shot at the rim. And my only instruction to her is when you get the ball, run over somebody. And she looked at me. I said, they don't shoot free throws on the other end on an offensive foul. You go to the rim and run over somebody, and maybe they'll give us a foul. Maybe you'll make a layup. She made a layup, and she got the foul. And so she just took it. I said, put your head down and get to the rim. But go back to the play before, 2 plays before, 39 seconds to go, we're down 2. And we get a stop. We come back down. We get a good jumper, Shaquilla Joseph. What we do is offensive rebound. Vanderbilt did a good job of keeping us off the boards tonight. But when we had to have one, Shaquilla Joseph went to the boards, got fouled. And everybody that watches says, no, we struggle from the free throw line. We work on free throws every day. But when we had to make them, Shaq stepped up there and made free throws. Erica stepped up there and made free throws. Bretta made 1 of 2, which is huge. And that's hard work that they put in. And trust me, it bothers them when they miss free throws because they make them. I watched Bretta Hart shooting 20% from the free throw line. I watched her in practice yesterday make 37 straight free throws. And I said, that's what I reminded her when she went to the line there. I said, Bretta, practice. Just finish high. And so they're just real proud of them. And what a win. What a way to send this out. I'm really excited. I don't know if y'all know that, but. Yeah.
Erica said she was scared. She was dribbling the ball with her left hand. She missed the leg.
Yeah.
What did you see while she's going in? Left hand, she's ahead of number 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's 22 kind of.
I saw 22 in the arc. I said she's going to the line. And if they don't call this, they probably will escort me out of here. And so I'm glad they called it. But I saw 22 in the arc, and I said, honey, just keep going. Just keep going. She does struggle at times with her left hand, but she's worked real hard working with her left hand. And when she missed that layup early, the worst thing I could have done as a coach is jump her. Did you see how frustrated she was when she missed it? So why did I need to get her even more frustrated? I was screaming at her to get back and guard somebody. Stop worrying about it. And she did that. And so, you know, it's who we are. We make it ugly from time to time. But I'm sitting there on the bench, and I'm like, we're down 8. We've missed 2 layups. Alyssa missed 1. Erica missed 1. Erica missed 3 straight free throws, and she's shooting 70% from the line. Like, this should be a 2-point game. It doesn't feel like we're down 8, and that's why I kept telling them in the huddle, we're fine. Just keep playing. And I finally saw something on their zone that gave them problems, and we ended up running a man offensive set and really spreading it out, in which put Shaq and Tori over there, and they had to make a decision on who they were going to leave open. And that corner 3, Shaq can make it with her eyes closed. And so we got her in that corner, and that's shit's home for her. It's like she's back in London, England. And so, but real proud about where we're at, man. We're 1-0 in league. We just beat a good Vanderbilt team. I don't know when the last time we beat Vanderbilt. It's a while ago, I'm sure. Vanderbilt's got a great program, but I'm going to tell you something. This is a great program, too, and this program's improving every day. And let me tell you, and as I tell people all the time, ain't none of them leaving, and we got more coming. So it's just getting better and better and better. And so you better get on the wagon now. Yeah. I was a little worried with 3 minutes to go, trust me. How do I feel? How does it feel? I about got emotional on the sideline. That was probably the most emotional game I've ever been a part of because I know how hard our players had worked. I told Sandrika in the huddle, I said, Sandrika, Erica Sis needs you to make a shot. She's out there battling her butt off. She needs you to make a shot. Don't make a shot for me. Don't make it for anybody, but make it for Erica Sisk. Because you see how hard she's playing? Yes, sir. Make it for her. Think about her when you go in there instead of thinking about how you're going to miss it. And it was an emotional game. I don't know. When she made the shot, I acted like a fool running up down the sideline because they wanted me to do some running man. They've been wanting me to do that. And I told them if we win, I'll do it out on the court. And I don't know what better time to do it than right there. I thought the game was over. And then they put 1.4 back on, and I was, oh, God, I hope my running man don't jinx us here. But it's just an emotional game. And when I go home tonight, I'm just going to sit on my couch probably for about an hour and not talk to anybody just because it's draining. Because I respect these players so much. And we started 1-3 or whatever it was. People counted us out. We go to Southern Miss, and very similar game plan what Vanderbilt had, where we just missed shots and just didn't have anything going, and we didn't have a lot of toughness. Then we lose a close one to Tulane where we should have won. And I read I like the guy at Missouri. I think he does a great job covering women's basketball, the newspaper guy up there. But he did what's his name? Darren. He did an article yesterday that I read to the team that said, I thought Ole Miss was going to be better than they are. So he counted us out too, and he had us on his mid-season report as the 11th best team in this league and had Vanderbilt like at 6. I told the girls, I said, he's counted us out. And so when people count you, that's when we're really good, when our back's against the wall. We like that. Erica Sis likes that. I like that. I like when people don't think much of us. And this team likes that. And so I hope people keep thinking that we're down and out because we're really not. We're going to win a lot of games in this league. And when you're going to look up in March, you're probably going to see us right there on that bubble with a chance of getting this NCAA tournament. Yeah, I think it sends a message to the whole league. I think it sends a message to the whole league. And I think people know that Vanderbilt's a good basketball team, and I think they saw they're going to see what we did there. And we got to use this momentum going into LSU because LSU is another team that a lot of people's counting out. But I know Nikki Caldwell really well, and she's coaching her team really hard right now. And they may not have the record a lot of people think, but we've got to go in there and make sure they don't get going against us because we struggled down there last year. And so we're going to go in there and get ready to play against LSU. And then we get Florida back in here on Saturday. And I hope people understand the importance of Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, that we're opening up a new building, and everybody's wanting a new building. And Andy and I both have heard it I've heard it for 3 years, and Andy's heard it for 10 years. I don't come to the Tad Pad because the seats are too close, or the concession stands are not good, or this or that. Trust me, all that's been fixed. So you have no excuse now. We need you out there. Don't look at last night. I tweeted last night. I watch our men's basketball team practice. They didn't play well last night. They'll play well on Thursday. They need a big crowd out there Thursday and the Rebel Nation out supporting them. Then men need another big crowd on Saturday with people out supporting them. And then we need a big crowd on Sunday. We need people there. And it's important for us and our kids, our girls that play in our program, the guys that play in our program. It's important for recruits to see our fan base behind us. If you want us to win titles at Ole Miss, you want us to compete at the top and do all this, we need crowd support. We need people there. And so we need you to come out. Don't sit at home and watch it on TV because it's convenient. Get out there, and I'll buy you some popcorn if I have to.
One team foul with less than a minute left. First, any consideration of fouling to get them in the bonus, and then you didn't foul with 2 team fouls and let them work a half-court set.
Yeah.
What about those people?
Have you looked at our roster? It's all freshmen and sophomores. And so as soon as I'd have told one of them to foul, guess what they'd have done? When they rear up to shoot it, they'd have fouled, and they'd have looked at me. Well, you told me to do it. Trust me, we work on these situations. When we come back from Christmas for an hour and a half on the day after Christmas, we worked on that identical situation. Tie game, 3 seconds, we're in green defense. We got fouls to give. We worked on that. We gave fouls. Guess what we did? We fouled somebody shooting a jump shot. Then we reset it again. Guess what we did? We fouled somebody shooting a jump shot. So when on the bench, when we went to the huddle, they said, "Coach, are we fouling?" I said, "God knows we're not fouling. We've already done this twice, and you're not getting me the third time. Just go green." And Erica Sis, the one thing that Todd Schaefer puts in a lot of time. Brittany Hudson and Alex Simmons are 2 of the best recruiters in the country. Todd Schaefer and Chad Spencer do all of our scouting, and Todd delivers it to the team. and Todd and Chad were standing behind me, and Todd kept saying, call a timeout, I know what they're in. Call a timeout, I know what they're in. And he knew exactly what they were in. And he told Erica Sisk and Shaq not to switch because he knew they were going to try to post Erica if we switched it. And he knew exactly what they were in, and we blew it up. Erica got to that corner, they couldn't throw it to the corner, and then they threw it over their head. And I was just praying that Tori didn't grab the ball. Again, there we went, a freshman running after it. She don't know no better. She was going to grab the ball and let it run out. I'm like, honey, I was screaming, don't grab the ball, because I knew we'd get it back on that side, and we had a chance to get to the rim. But what a team win, team effort, and just when things don't go well and you win, that says a lot about your team. Thank you, guys.